Hey guys, welcome to day 5. Today we're going to make a start standing at the front of our mat. Bring your feet to about hip width apart. Relax your shoulders, ground down evenly through both soles of the feet. Drink that energy up from the earth. Let the eyes drop down to a close. And we're just going to take 3 deep clearing rounds of breath here. So release all of the air from the lungs, and then together we'll inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. 2 more like this. Big breath in through the nose. And try to release that exhale out slowly, not rushing it through the mouth. Last one like this. Big breath in. And a long breath out. Beautiful. When you're ready, blink the eyes open. As you inhale, extend the arms all the way up and overhead, connecting the palms. As you exhale, let the hands drop down to heart center. 2 more like this. Inhale, we reach the arms up. Exhale, hands drop down to the heart space. Last one. Inhaling, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands drop down to heart center. Draw the right knee up into your chest. Pausing for a moment here, and as you exhale, take your time to step that right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Hands are still connected in the heart space. Keep your back heel lifted. Try to create a train track shape with your legs or your feet even, rather than being on a tightrope. That will help you with your balance. We've got length in our lumbar spine. We're relaxing the shoulders. On your next exhale, allow your back knee to drop down towards the mat, hovering it about 1 inch above the mat. Inhale, we drive it back up. 2 more like this. Take your time, hovering that right knee, and then driving back up. Last one, this time holding here for 3, for 2, for 1, release that back knee down, untuck the back toes, use a breath in to rise up into your low lunge. Pausing for a couple of moments here. Again, we want to feel as though we're creating these train tracks with our left foot and our right knee. And I want you to feel as though you're trying to slide that right knee towards the front of the mat, and at the same time you're trying to slide your left heel towards the back of the mat. And that should really engage those inner thighs especially. On your next exhale, let your hands drop down either side of your left foot. Walk the hands back and extend through that left leg, coming to find your half splits. Adjust your stance if you need to. You can always slide that front heel forwards a little bit, and then flex through your toes, press the chest forwards and pull that left hip back into the left hip socket. We're going to take a couple of little rainbow arches from side to side with the left toes. So trying to include the whole leg in this movement, not just the foot. We're just letting the toes drop from left to right. And then the next time that the toes drop down towards the right hand side, pick your left hand up and walk the hands round to the right hand side of the mat. Left toes are also turned towards the right hand side of the mat. Place your right hand down at the back of the mat. So we've got hand, right knee and left foot alignment, and then sweep that left arm all the way up and overhead, coming to find your modified side plank. You can point through your left toes here, press down through that right hand. Try to keep driving the hips forwards by engaging through your glutes. 1 more breath here. On your next exhale, let the left hand drop back down to the back of the mat. Turn your left toes forward so you're on the ball of the left foot. Press down through both hands, pick the right knee up and extend that right leg up and back into our 3-legged dog. Keep pressing down firmly through both hands, length through the spine. On your next exhale, take your time, knee to nose, flex that right foot and step the right foot up and in between the hands. Use a breath in to rise up into your high lunge. So we're facing the other end of the mat this time. Breathe here, all 10 toes are pointing forwards. On your next exhale, we're going to reach through the fingertips, creating more of a dart shape with our body. So we're leaning forwards through the chest. On your inhale, lengthen through the fingertips. As you exhale, bring the weight forwards into your right foot and draw your left knee to your elbows, crunching everything into the belly. Inhale to extend the left toes back. You can either hover them or you can release the ball of the foot down, re-extend the arms. 2 more like this. Elbows to knee. Inhale, tap the left toes back. Last one. Inhale to re-extend. Good. 1 more breath here in this dart shape, high lunge. And as you exhale, keep the arms extended, keep the right knee bent, but step your left foot up to meet the right, keeping the hips low, sitting back into your chair pose. Weight is in the heels here. Take 1 more breath. And as you exhale, extend the legs, let the upper body melt down over your thighs, top of the head grounds down towards the earth. Inhale to rise up into your halfway lift, connect the hands with your shins. Exhale to forward fold, take hold of opposite elbows with opposite hands, coming to find your ragdoll for a few rounds of breath. Take some gentle sways from side to side here, feeling all of the energy drop down through the top of the head. And then as you exhale, release your hands. Inhaling here, and as you exhale, take your time to roll all the way up to standing. Good. Draw the shoulders, the neck and the head up last. If they're not already, bring your feet back to hip width apart if you can. Good job. Connect your hands at heart center. Bring your weight into your right foot this time. Left knee draws up into the chest. Breathe for a moment here, and as you exhale, take a big step with that left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Coming to find your high lunge. All 10 toes pointing forward, squeeze that left glute as much as you can. On your next inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. As you exhale, let the left knee drop down towards the earth, hovering here. Inhale, we rise up. Good. 2 more. Upper body stays exactly the same. Inhale to lift. Last one, hold it here for 3, for 2. Good job. For 1, release the back knee down, untuck the toes, coming to find your low lunge. Keep squeezing that left glute. Try to maintain that activation and strength through your core. And on your next exhale, fingertips drop down, framing your right foot. And then we're going to walk the hands back, extend through the right leg, coming to find our half splits. Take a round of breath here, enjoying that stretch down the back of your right leg. Try to flex those toes as much as you can. And then we're going to let the foot take those little rainbow arches from left to right. So keep the toes flexed and allow the whole leg to move. So we're working all the way up into the hip socket, finding internal and external rotation. Good. The next time that your toes drop down towards the left-hand side, pick your right hand up and walk the hands round as well. So we're coming back briefly through this one leg extended tabletop position. Toes are pointing to the right toes are pointing to the long edge of the mat. And then we're going to place the left hand back down at the top of the mat. What was the top of the mat? Try and get hand, knee and foot alignment. And as you inhale, press the hips forwards, reach your right arm up and overhead, coming to find your modified side plank. You can point through the toes here. Try and really breathe into the right hand side of your body. And then as you exhale, let your right hand drop down to the front of the mat. You might want to adjust the position of your hands. Turn the right toes so that they're pointing towards the front of the mat. Push through your hands and drive your left leg all the way up and back into your 3-legged dog. Good. Take 1 more breath here. And as you exhale, knee to nose as a transition, keep that thigh high and step the right foot up and in between the hands. Inhale, we rise up into our high lunge. Take your time, there's no need to rush. In fact, the slower you go, the more control you're finding and the harder those stabilizing muscles are having to work. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, leaning forwards through the chest, reaching through the arms. Again, take your breath in here. As you exhale, stand into that left foot. Lift your right knee in towards the belly and pull the elbows down as well. Inhale, we re-extend. Right toes stretch back. Fingertips stretch forwards. 2 more. Taking this crunch, knee to elbow. Inhale to re-extend. You can just hover the right toes. Last one. Beautiful. Step it back into your high lunge, but keep the chest reaching forwards. One more breath here. And as you exhale, keep the hips low, keep the left knee bent as you step the right foot up to meet the left, coming to find your chair pose. Breathing here. And as you exhale, allow the upper body to melt down into your forward fold. Inhaling to your halfway lift. Energize the back body. Exhale to forward fold. Take hold of opposite elbows with opposite hands once again. Crown of the head drops down towards the mat. Take any movements that feel organic to you, maybe a sway from side to side, perhaps a little bounce up and down. And then coming back to find stillness, release the hands. Take a big breath in here and use your whole exhale to roll all the way up to standing, really slowing things down, rebuilding through the spine, stacking each vertebra one on top of the other, and drawing the shoulders, the neck, and the head up last. Come to your mountain pose, so standing proudly, and let your eyes drop down to a close. Take a few moments to feel into this body, this space that is full of new energy right now. A short but pretty punchy session. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling strong and energized. Make sure you offer yourself huge gratitude for showing up to your practice once again today. And thank you so, so much for moving with me, as always. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.